I used to like red, and then I'm like, no, I don't like actually like red.
Orange is red.
It sure is. Does Dr. Pepper have caffeine in it? Are you sure? You're correct. I don't know why I didn't believe you.
Radiant team back.
That was the. I believe you on a lot of things. It was just that one specific thing that I didn't believe you on. I don't know why.
No, I answered too fast.
Yeah, you're like, yeah, okay. I guess you know what you're talking about. There was something I answered. Oh, we were talking today, and they were like, "What kind of do you wear? Whitey tighties, boxers, or boxer briefs?" And I immediately answered Shannon, boxer briefs.
The answer is
You don't wear anything?
Dire team back.
I wear boxer briefs.
I wear boxer briefs as well. Shannon and Shane both wear boxers, and they thought I was fucking retarded. And I was like, I don't see what's wrong with boxer briefs. I think they're very comfortable, and they give me support. I know you wanted to hear that in game chat, so I'm glad that I can give this to you.
No, we're getting warmed up for this game. It's gonna be good.
Clockwork. Dire team pick.
It's muted. All right, hold on.
Okay.
Reserve time. Reserve time.
You just take one Laguna at a Meepo that's at half health, and boom.
Down all these so kind of run your line, answer everybody, but it's a Meepo.
Vision from Clockwork, dude. That's like knowing where Meepo is half the battle, and that is such a helpful tool. You also have to think about who's Meepo going to be able to reliably gank. Okay, he can pick on the Crystal Maiden a little bit, can probably pick on the Lina, but Bristleback, pretty out of the question. Clockwork, not the easiest to gank. There's definitely some options. I think Meepo is not as strong as he was. We saw Weehaw really struggle with that hero in China in a couple of different games at Galaxy.
Yeah, he's not really this. Yeah, he's not the same hero.
It's not the same beast that he used to be.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a lot of changes to the game, the way the jungle works in particular. Pretty big. Let's do some predictions here, buddy.
Is this Meepo? Is this Lina? Which one is it? I'm going to go Lina because I think you're going to win.
I'm going to go Lina. Total number of smoke ganks by 25.
It's like the first two, I think. Yeah. Well, yes. 2030, I think. You're going to go 30-40. I can see it. There's some pushing on both teams, but the thing is, if SG are going to win, it probably will be later because of the living armor, maybe. So I guess I could see 30-40.
Naughty Maudie, they're taking a page out of your book. They're going for Pekko. It's a 5-man smoke rotation. They've got the initiation, and they've got the follow-up. It's a first blood for King RD on the Clockwork. Big Daddy. They come out swinging.
30
Poor Pekko, man.
Dude, look at the Manta Ray. Just look at it. He's
Dude, it's so cool. I love it. It's the coolest looking thing.
That is adorable.
It's flipping around. You got the weird hat. The hat is kind of weird. I don't like the hat necessarily, but the Manta Ray itself looks awesome. Love that thing.
Bad ass.
I can't feel great for the Manta Ray.
He's wearing a squid.
I feel like this Manta Ray is like really like not very he's kind of flimsy, and this guy's just standing on top of him.
It's true.
I don't know. We're also in a desert. How is he flying?
Oh, you're in a
What
desert.
sort of prize is this?
There is actually.
So
nope.
Lelis takes the abat. You know what? Let's do this. Let's do the. I've been digging the old-fashioned introductions here.
Okay.
Let's do this thing. Here we go. Dire side. We've got Midas Club Elite. One loss away from elimination from the TI17 Qualifiers. It's Lelis. Here on the Abaddon in the off-lane mid, it's going to be Teolico. Ah, fuck it. It's Theo Liquor. He's going to be here on the Treant Protector. Mandy on the Meepo in the mid lane. A lot of pressure on this little miner. Go big or go home. Pekko going to be on the Rubik. Volkine on the position 1 bench. Here we go. Radiant side, I'm taking both, Mott. This is me.
Wow, okay.
Tavo, he's on the Bat Rider. In the mid lane, it's going to be ADR with the lead speak on Lina. Jungling right now, it's Cat following suit on the Crystal Maiden. King RD on the Clockwork, and down bottom, last but certainly not least, is HFN on the Bristleback. The big boy, the bruiser.
Man, somebody doesn't like to share.
I am still on the spotlight.
Yeah, that's okay. You can take it. That's fine.
I want to be South America's most premier English-speaking caster.
You're on your way right now, let me tell you. ADR getting some good CS mid. It's actually a lot more even than I thought it would be. Top lane, this is a telekinesis. I believe Tabo might be able to make it out with the Firefly. He's trying to kill fucking A, which would be huge. And they have to actually back. They won't take him down. Tabo's coming back around. He doesn't get that 4th stack of the sticky napalm though. So that will let it drop from fucking A as he salves up. It was very close. The Core is coming back in. And that's going to be that.
It's actually pretty sad that he didn't get it. If that 4th stack of 60 came out, I think Tavo mans up.
He probably goes for that. Yeah, I agree, because I don't think they have the Rubik there either. So
mid lane, Meepo has his first clone. Divided we stand.
It's it. That's it. It's game over now. He's going to get a ton of farm now. He still will get a lot of farm, but so too will 40R. We'll see when Mandy decides to hit the jungle at some point.
Lina, a good mid laner, to try to deal with the Meepo. Can definitely min-max a little bit, harass. You make his life very hard, and you nuke down away. He will start working the jungle, though, and pulling ahead. That is what he does. If he doesn't, we got big problems. Lelis down bottom, caught inside of the cogs. He's getting low. He gets the deny. Lelis with the clutch plays, my man.
I didn't see if he held the point in miscoil and then skilled it up right as he was going to die. Top lane Firefly, and looks like Tabo is in some trouble trying to get out. They need a lift though, and Pekko is not there. It looks like it's going to be close. He'll be fine. Tabo will make it out.
Pekko, he's wanted it so bad.
So close. All right, so both offlaners. Well, one dies and gets denied, but the other one survives. So.
Precarious down bottom, SG behind the tower. They're cutting the wave. They're putting so much pressure on Lelis. He's using Mist Coil to last hit. He does have 10 stick charges, but now Cat is here. Power Cogs blocking him out. He doesn't have the cooldowns to deal with this. The stick charges can only do so much. HFN might actually go down, though. The Bristle bites off more than he could chew. He writes the check that his ass couldn't cash, and he will head back to the grave. Now Cat on the run. You will be able to live. It looks like Theo Liqueur too slow, but SG get a little bit sloppy in the bottom lane.
Yeah, he didn't even have a point of Bristleback, and Cat might die with one more auto attack. He's solo the lead sheet. That should bring him down. Oh, they will trade, and HFN will get the kill, but that's pretty good for Theo Liqueur. And KRD is also pretty low, and Lelis is nearby, but that's just really bad. You just give all that farm away. HFN, that dive is way too much. The TP that came in was, maybe they didn't see the TP because the cogs were like right on top of it and as he was TPing in. The only thing I could think of. I don't know. It was kind of strange, that dive. But SG Sports get a little too aggressive, and that will help out Midas complete a fair amount. As the Meepo has gone to the jungle, he's got to start getting his clones in there, poofing it up, and getting some good farm for himself.
Yep, Mandy at the boot camp. He's doing his thing.
Oh, another.
Oh, Tavo. Caught by the telekinesis. Pekko, though, he's got 3 stacks of sticky. Maybe soon to be 4. Firefly not going to last long enough, and Tavo, no choice but to retreat. Back he'll go.
Yeah. With the Meepo is doing very well, as would be expected, but Lina's not too far behind him. So all things considered, still a very early game, not much going on. A couple of kills here and there, but when this Meepo comes out of the jungle super farm, that might be a problem for SG Esports, unless they want to roam around and try to gank him pretty soon.
It's been a pretty back and forth early game here, but SG taking back some of the net worth lead. Generally, you would expect the team with the Meepo to be taking the lead at this stage. He's got the Dragonlance queued up. We'll see how many of those bad boys he ends up buying. Stats, of course, very efficient on that item as we see this Manta Ray flying over. He's burning him down here, Mott. Look at this guy.
He's going to get a couple of these, I think.
Oh, no,
maybe not.
And he misses it, but the bat not going to be able to get up there and finish it off. This is kind of a tough situation for our boy Tavo here. He's only level 4, getting some levels, but not really farming as much as he would like. As soon as I say that, he's got 18 last hits, still more than bad. And up top.
The Core is donezo. He got. Oh! They have dust. Okay, good. I was going to say that was almost sick. He got the Nature's Guys just in time. He did get frostbitten, followed by an Elsay. and that will bring him down. They will also deward for King RD. The battery assault's going to go through. He's near the shrine. It's actually doing a lot of damage, but Lilith should be fine. Level 2 Aphotic Shield. Bristleback's not anywhere near there. Bristleback actually took a pretty big stack over at the hard camp now, so he's going to get some more net worth for himself. But a nice little smoke of the sea gank. I think ADR was looking for the lean, or excuse me, the Meepo with the CM when they smoked up, but instead they found the whatchamacallit, the Tramp Protector, which is whatever. It's not bad.
My house.
Vulcan Ace.
Dyer's middle tower
Firing away
is under
on the
attack.
Vengeful Spirit, looking at that net worth. He is number 4 overall. He's hanging in there, doing okay. His Meepo is number 1. But it's still a very close game. But again, Meepo Venge, you want to start seeing them come online in another 5 minutes. As long as they're holding steady for now, they're doing all right. Abaddon just trying to get up to his level 6. We'll see a smoke rotation, though. Trian in the front line. Pekko, he's nearby.
Oh,
He doesn't have anything except another smoke. Doesn't even have boots. Looks like he's just about to get him past the gold here.
Yeah, should be fine. Oh, ADR's walking up. This could be dangerous. Yeah, he's pretty far up. They hit an Earthbind. I think he's dead. Here comes King RD, though, to help him out. He knows this is coming. The LSA will come through. The telekinesis. Oh, the Cog's on it, too. ADR might be okay. He's got another Dragon Slave ready. They'll get the kill on 1. Now coming into Tavo. Can they get the Core as well? The LSA will hit 2 for nothing. King RD in the perfect position.
The turn, dude. King RD, an absolute monster in that situation. They just got completely turned on. That was Midas looking to be the aggressors there. Clockwork totally breaks it up. Now, again, he finds one. It's Lilith. He's already shielded up. He's got support this time, though. Swap out. Now, Vulcan A taking damage. ADR very low. He's going to have to run. SG do not have the resources here. The Earthbind connects, and Mandy gets that kill onto the Lina. They rotate basically their entire team, except the Trian, who ended up back down to the bottom lane as SG lose 1 and continue to switch farm around the map.
That's just too much. You're fighting near that tier 1 tower. You think that they're alone, and then you get the swap out. And you're like, okay, well, we need to leave now. But the Earthbind came through, so losing ADR kind of big. But still, they did those 2 kills earlier. They're giving a lot of farm to HFN right now. He's going Treads Vanguard, as one would expect. They are trying to stack up the Ancients for King RD, and he might get caught. Ooh, good Cogs. The telekinesis followed up with the Earthbind. Maybe gets the Invis Rune. Nice deny from... No, just kidding. He didn't get it off. No, wow, King RD barely snagged that before Pekko tried to get the deny on the rune off.
Yeah, that was pretty clutch. The perfect rune to grab right there ensures his survival. Now Midas Club Elite just go back to farm, and Trian only level 3 right now. Both their supports feeling a little bit under-leveled. Rubik also sitting at 3 as we see CM halfway through 4, running alongside the Lina, and the Clockwork also about halfway through level 4. Things looking up and up for SG. There's a Rubik mid, which they could probably kill with this smoke rotation. They don't want to reveal themselves.
Man, that's got to be so annoying. They have perfect vision for him, and he goes to Shrine because he has not enough mana. And I mean, it's not like he's that low in mana. He just goes to Shrine. Meanwhile, HFN diving behind the tower. DBs are coming in.
ADR gets that kill in the mid lane. Meanwhile, now up top, it's HFN. He's on the run. He's pretty deep here, Mon.
I believe he's dead. You have plenty of roots. The Earthbinds are coming out. He's doing a lot of damage to the Core. If he had one more Will Spray, that's a kill onto Tree and Protector, which has got to be frustrating. Do they have Flare? Oh, it's 5 seconds. He still might be able to get the tail, actually. Is he going to go for it? Shoot the Flare? No, I think he shot it right behind the tower.
Yeah, I heard it.
That's
He
unfortunate.
missed it.
Unfortunate. Well, all
Okay.
right. Oh, they almost have Blink on Tavo, actually.
Yeah, this is big. Clearing out stack here. This is going to help him out and
Not
get him
quite there yet.
close.
Yeah. Yeah, this has been a back and forth game. Living Armor, they really want this tower, though. But they're not able to find it yet. They don't have the Batrider, nor do they have the Bristleback in order to take down the tower. But while this is happening, as we mentioned, Tavo should have his Blink in just about these last 2 CS that he's going to get here. But yeah, it looks like ADR is going for the Bloodstone first again. Meepo picking up the Dragonlance. He has it now, and this is where things may be a little difficult for SG Esports. I don't know, it's not the biggest heavy, but they were trying to find him with 2 separate smokes, and they couldn't do it.
No,
So
it certainly helps. It lets the Meepo maybe think about taking some fights. HFN putting a lot of pressure on this tower in the bottom lane. Just keeping up those Warpath stacks right now. The Bristol really does hit pretty hard. This is a tower kill and a missed deny by Theo Core.
it's so important to get these tier 1s early against this Tramp Protector, so that you just... The more towers you can get, the more advantage you can have against this kind of hero is huge. Kind of like feels like his impact isn't being felt with level 2 living armor. I guess that's the thing, right? You don't go the living armor max like you used to. In terms of like getting straight 4 points into it. Now they're going to try to find mid though, and with Fiery Soul and KRD and Cat, they might be able to. We'll see if HFN rotates whoever. Tavo is sitting behind with his newly minted blink. He does not have a Smoke of Deceit yet. Fiola Core is going to go ahead and throw up living armor yet again, but this might be the last moment. Ooh, they even get the ward on top of it too. All right.
Here we go, Mod. Initiation about to come out. Fucking A with a close range swap. Stuns him up. King RD again trying to break up the fight. It's not enough to save Cap, but Lasso will not be broken. Vengeful Spirit pulled deep into enemy territory, getting healed up, but still gets brought down. Laguna Blade stops the messing around. It's a 1-for-1 core for support. SG definitely get the better of that exchange. Kind of an awkward swap from the Venge to get that one started.
Yeah, Cat will go down, but they don't really care. HFN was thinking about running in there and getting TP top as soon as like they realized they were backing up, so he didn't have to put himself in that position. They still didn't get this tier 1 tower, but getting the kill on the Venge is pretty good. I was wondering if she was going to get a Midas, but it looks like she is not. She's going to go for a helm instead, which is interesting. So
They did get the bottom tier 1 tower, so that's pretty nice.
Yes. KRD's got a lot of room to work with. He has Urn up now. This is going pretty well. Meepo might be in trouble top lane. They have the Firefly coming through. He's going to try for the poop out, and they can't stop it. Again, Flame Break not canceling anymore, not stunning or anything like that. So a bit unfortunate if he has last chance to kill, but as you mentioned, it's not there and not available.
Echo trying to defend that mid lane. Smoke up though. ADR
Dire's top
and
tower
Cat.
is under attack. It fights for its life.
They want this tier 1 tower top, which is huge if they can get it. And they
I
should be
think
able
they
to.
will be able to. It looks like Dire basically just going to sacrifice it. If they rendezvous, maybe looking for a smoke of their own. Double damage on the Meppo.
Do they have a smoke on them?
Do they?
Rubik? Yes, he
Rubik does. He's got a little bit of the sticky icky mod.
Yeah. Midas picked up for the abandoned in the meantime, so he's actually doing very well too. Not quite as well as the Bat Rider, but Lelis is not having a bad game by any stretch. They're going to head bottom. They're going to try to push into the tier 1, force out TPs, and then go for a kill.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Circle back, he's going to be able to push off that tower up top. Down bottom, there is no one to be found. Looks like this Dire Smoke not going to find a hell of a lot. They lift early, try to keep this tower topped off, and all the while the rest of SG just rotating in. They see living armor sticking up a fair bit. Lena just going to get those fiery stacks going on, and that will be a tier 1 tower. And maybe even a trade. I don't think they'll TP in. Instead, they pick up top, in fact. Tier 1 tower down bottom falls. Lift comes out mid. This will be the end of the tier 1 living armor. Barely delays things, especially with Lena laying in those auto attacks. With the help of the Frost Sisters, Crystal Maiden.
There we go. Swap or anything like that. They can't quite get it. Meepo is coming in. He has Blink on his Meepo Prime, but he doesn't want to go for it. And then HFN just goes top, and he's already doing some severe work on his tower, but they might meet in the jungle. Lelis will be spotted. He does have borrowed time. He's going to Shrine.
Early Shrine, dude.
That's
This could be good. Midas not finding value, Mott.
Dire's top tower is
They have
feeling
Lasso, I
its
think. They do.
mortality.
Oh, here comes HFN.
A lot of boobs coming in. Hook shot out, though. Nicely played. Trying to make the most of the King RD on the Exodus. Will fall. Now some follow-up. SG still unable to take this fight. Stolen hook shot from Pekko. Swap back onto Fulcane. Stun to the back. I don't think they can actually fight this Bristleback. He picked up the Vanguard. Lena walked all the way around. Took the worst path possible to get into this fight, but she's finally here. HFN says, go. Where are you guys? Let's do this. This fight is ours. The blink forward. The Dragon Slave on 2. There's the lasso. Fulcane. He takes the Laguna to the face. Pico can't steal it at all. He's out of mana, and now he's out of life. It's going to be the turn that SG needed. Lelis gets the borrowed time, but he's slowed down. Nasal goo is everywhere. It's sticky, it's gross, and it's stacking up. He pops the stick. There's the aquatic shield, but he's still slow to oblivion. HFN, he wants this with the Meepo. He's back. He's brought down Tavo. He's brought down Cat. It's SG that overcommit, and they can't quite finish it off. Now a TP in. It's the Meepo. Oh no, the LSA does stun him up, but now the poop. There's more of them. He'll get the living armor. He's got the blink dagger. He might still be able to get one, but no, he turns, and that will be the retreat. It's Midas that take the game. What an crazy exchange.
That was so back and forth. Lena backed up because she was like, they thought, I think they were calling back, and she just moves in this direction, back down from mid. And then when the Bristleback started like realizing, hey, I'm pretty much unkillable, we should probably take this fight. It took her like 30 seconds to get back up there. She did hit a double LSA, which gets one of those kills. And don't think they got the treant protection because he was invis at the time. And it was looking good, and then they dive the tier 2 tower, and then that becomes a problem. So, like, this Meepo, they can't deal with him right now. Much like you can't deal with the Bristleback on the other side, the Meepo is very difficult to bring down unless they isolate him with, like, a lasso or something. But it was kind of a back-and-forth fight. At the end, I think Midas Elite gets the advantage, but I'm not sure.
Midas Elite, they stopped the bleeding. They got a small net worth gain, but it doesn't really change the state of the game, right? There was still that moment in that fight where SG were just in control. They have the sustainability. The Bristleback, not unkillable, but he is damn strong. He's going to go for this value talisman of evasion piece. Either the halberd
He's already got the medallion.
Crest.
He's going to get Solar Crest.
Okay, yeah, there we go. So Solar Crest going to be coming up for the Bristleback. Either way, still a value item. He's going to kill this big old fatty stack of Ancient. He is rolling in the dough. Nina also very rich right now. She's got the Bloodstone. Yule Scepter to be on the way. ADR is a serious threat. He's going to have enough burst damage to really light up this Meepo.
Honestly, the big thing that Meepo is buying right now to deal with this Bristleback is they're able to break the passive from him. And so with that Silver Edge, which will be in not that long time because Meepo can farm pretty well, but like once they get it, it's going to be huge. And he's going to get the tower too. So, hook. Oh, they're going to go for this. They need a lasso or boss fight.
On the way, the follow-up's not there. They destroy King RD, and now CM a little too far forward. Bat Rider just has to blink and run away. It's a split-up fight. Certainly not what SG wanted.
He just got his Bloodstone too. He can't afford to die.
He's going to lose these charges. The Hellbear Smasher even helping things out. He suicides himself. It's 3 down on SG. Their lead dwindling as Midas starting to find this timing. What did we say, Mon? 15 to 25 minutes. That's when they have to do crippling damage here. And this is that window. Meepo very strong. The supports also starting to come online. I love that the Venge went Helm of the Dominator. We're not seeing many supports do this outside of Secret. Puppy, the main one, doing this consistently. And finally, Midas are embracing it. First one I've seen since we cast South America.
Yeah, he's got the Hellbear Smasher. The slow, the damage that it does is huge. It's a Meepo. All right, they will smoke up. This could be where Midas Complete really takes advantage of this game. If they take a huge fight here, it could be all downhill from SG Sports. We'll see. They're kind of out of position. HFN is very far up, but they don't want to fight him because, again, they can't deal with him yet. So this smoke might actually not work out. They have Theolacore and fucking A over here, but meanwhile, SG are going to head into the Roche pit and just check it out, just make sure there's nothing being done. And actually, HFN's like, well, let's take it then. If they're not going to, we need to take it now because we cannot let them get it.
They do it damn fast. It's not from Bristle. They can break the armor. They've also got the Solar Crest. Don't forget, Hellbear Smasher is taken out as it tries to scout out the Roach Pit. Midas Elite thinking about the way to do this, Mod. This is not an easy push, and don't forget, they don't have their Venge. She has a TP scroll, but she is not there.
That Rider is huge for these types of scenarios, but he just got his Blink put on cooldown. They don't really want to... This is dangerous. Lils can kind of just walk in. They dust up Mandy. They see that he's there. They also see Theolacore. He's going to fall. Firefly going Tabo. Already used his Blink Dagger. Now the Flame Break pushback is not there. So it's 1 kill, and that might lead right into Roche. And I think they should be able to complete this. So nicely done from SG Sports to take this first on and to pick one with it.
Yeah, looks like it will be secured. First back really does make this a lot easier. Aegis of the Immortal goes to ADR, and now they push out, looking for more.
I think they might have seen Mandy, but he's TPing out, and they should be... Yeah, he's gone. So he's fine.
Force Staff on the way for the Bat Rider too. So things back on the up and up with SG. Look at this Goldcraft, man. It tells the story of this up and down epic battle. 20 kills in 19 minutes.
Pretty crazy.
It's been good stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's a wild game so far.
It's all over the place. It comes down to these big items. The thing, Meepo needs the Silver Edge against the Bristleback. For SG Sports, whatever Lena's getting, the Yule Scepter, it looks like.
Looks like there's going to be a Lads out here on Lelis.
Clockwork, you don't want to get Blade Mail against the Meepo in this game, I don't think. You want to just grab the Force Step instead, which he's doing. Some vision coming out. Mandy might see the cat probably dead. Yeah. And ADR is not able to respawn in time. The LSA was not there. However, they find the lasso. Can they get to the Laguna Blade as well? Can they bring him down? Mandy in trouble. That's a huge kill.
That is such a great trade for SG. It's a 5-kill Mega Street shutdown that goes away the Clockwork. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, it's a bad knee. It's caught. A borrowed time comes out, and HFN's just going to chase him down. The Warp Path is stacking up, and he does so much damage. Shield's not going to be able to save you. Pekko, maybe. King RD's hook shot off the mark, but Lelis actually does live. Stolen hook shot from Pekko, also off the mark. I think he might have been taunting him. I'm not sure.
I think maybe he was trying to get away. He was trying to hook like the, I don't know, screen protector. Who knows? Maybe it was a taunt. That was pretty funny though. They should like. He needs to carry a TP scroll for that situation.
Yeah, he does live. He doesn't care live, but it takes some help from the team. Pekko does actually save him. I don't believe.
Yeah, I didn't think so either. But that was a great telekinesis.
Okay, they've got the Ogre Frost base. There we go. Ice armor for everyone.
This
8 armor.
Freaking thing. Oh!
What?
Throws his ice armor up. They're gonna defend the tower, and it'll get healed back certainly. So this is the tough part. They were able to take down these tier 1 towers. It took a lot of effort, and now these tier 2s are going to take even more, as I think the living armor is maxed now. No, it's level 3. Still pretty good, though. It's going to take a lot of effort to get these.
Absolutely right, my friend. Still a small lead for the Radiant team. SG Esports, Midas elite, 1 loss away from elimination. They're hanging on by a shoestring.
It's the Meepo pick that's doing it, really.
He's keeping them together, but he's not out of control. He's got the Shadow Blade. He'll go into the Silver Edge. They need this tool to try to deal with the Spirit, or pardon me, the Bristleback. Also a good tool against Lina to deal with Fiery Soul. However, Mott, it's not ideal. It's not exactly what Meepo wants. Overall, an efficient stat item, the Silver Edge, but not the dream.
Man, HFN is really toggling pretty freaking well. Watch him use his Quill Spray. He's going to do it again. Did you see that? That's kind of insane. He's doing this before every single Quill Spray.
Wow.
And it's very quick, too. I think he missed like 1 or 2, maybe. I'm not sure. But like, that's kind of interesting.
That is wild how fast he's able to do it.
Yeah. So anyway, there's a ward that is spotting out Lelis. Let's see if they want to make a go. It's not the easiest kill to bring down. They will also flare. They do not see... Oh, did that ward... The sentry... He might have been in sentry range. I don't think they care. They're just going to go for the tower. They still have...
I love this from Lelis, though. Abaddon going for the Aghanim Scepter, a really strong item. Still a ways off of it. Borrowed time, utilized here. It'll keep them alive, but for how long? Lasso broken by Fulkin A, but that's their position 1. Has to jump into the fight. Now Overgrowth from Zero the Core. It seems like a pretty good sequence of events for Midas, but now Meepo's at the party. They bring down the tree, and he's doing big damage. King RD's down. The break comes out, and HFN gets melted. 4DR doing all the damage that he can, but he just can't finish off the Meepos. There's too many of them. They're out of damage, and they are out of time. That's the Aegis of the Immortal. Tavo, of course, stabbing away. Cena gonna come back up. He gets telekinesis straight away. He's stunned up. Not gonna be able to get off a single spell, and the cleanup is there. Midas Esports Club. They take it.
Yeah, that's... Man. That's such a tough hero to go on, and it was right at the tower. Meepo's able to get there. They're able to get the break off. Once that break happens, the Bristleback is pretty much nothing against those Meepos. He dies about instantly. And this, I think this is where this game gets a lot easier for Midas to complete unless they make mistakes.
This is literally, maybe not the exact peak, but they are peaking hard right now. Just completed Silver Edge moments before that fight. The tail end of 25 minutes where Meepo is still level 20. He's not maxed out yet, but he will be in another maybe 10 minutes or so. This is when you want to start to take control. And they don't have this game yet, Mott. That's some good momentum. Those are steps in the right direction. 40R did have to use the Laguna on the Treant that fight, and I think ultimately you want to really use that on the Meepo.
I'm wondering what kind of late game, though, you're going to have from SG Esports. His ADR is already down to 6+ on charges. He just got the plus 50 damage, and this is where it gets very interesting. Because he probably gets that kill on the Meepo if he has that talent, right? He's level 14 there, he has the 50 damage, and that's enough damage over all of his auto attacks to be able to get those kills. So ADR, while very good late game hero, and a good hero right now, what is this Bristleback going to build into? Radiance, I think it's going to be...
I kind of disagree with BKB on Lina here. I think you just want to try to stay with the damage. Lasso again. They are going to save the Laguna for this. I think Aghanims might also be a consideration for Lina this game. Not an item we've seen many Linas go for. It's more right-click focused, but at least it's more guaranteed damage on me. Both beautiful use of the cogs.
Yeah, that was nice.
Radiant.
I'm kind of with you. I do think she needs BKB at some point, but the damage might be needed now from whatever item she decides to go for. Like Shadowblade Silver, just something you see a lot, but I don't know if it's going to really be helpful this game. I don't mind the BKB, but we'll see if she gets it now or she waits for it. But This is the Radiance that's going to be coming out for the Bristleback, which is going to help. He already has the Solar Crest for the evasion, and the Radiance is going to help even more so. You're not going to build, like... You're not really going to build BKB or MKB. Maybe MKB and Meepo, but probably not. I doubt it. So, in fact, actually, I definitely doubt it. I don't even know why I'm considering
the Radiance
it.
is quite nice, right? You've got all these extra units, all these extra heroes, so that 17% miss chance, it adds up. It makes a big difference.
So, this is still, as you mentioned, it is a slight advantage for Midas Club Elite, but despite having a Meepo, the edge is really very minimal. And we'll probably wait till like that next Roshan to see a big, I mean, where this game heads. But we'll see. I don't know. This is going to be very interesting where this to see where this game heads.
Yeah, things really slowing down a bit here. 26 minutes in, both sides pretty happy on their relative side of the map and just hanging out on that farm.
Usual Blade picked up for Mandy, so mana burn pretty good against some of these heroes like Lina and Bristleback, and obviously control being one of the biggest factors too. So we shall see. He was deciding whether or not he wanted a Hex next or a Ethereal Blade. And it looks like it will be the E-Blade that he's going to grab, at least for now in the quick buy. The Ogre Frost Mage just denied an Arcane Rune. That's pretty funny. Give me that. Another thing too, we see this very often with Venges. You have a pretty okay start. You get like that first item, but if you don't have Midas, you can't really carry in the mid to late game. She just got this, I think, is it full Hurricane?
This is what I'm worried about, especially for Midas Club. Is like, yeah, you've got this Meepo, he's doing well now, but you're not completely conquering this game.
I foresee the Radiant's top tower falling shortly.
They don't have the best scaling lineup, but it goes pretty far. Batrider, an amazing offlaner at every stage of the game to isolate and grab somebody with the team.
Right.
This could get hard to close out. I mean, Bench hasn't completely fallen off yet, but she's not looking too scary either.
Yeah. It comes down to these next couple team fights in this next Roshan and Aegis. I think if you're Midas the way you're able to take this Rosh with Aegis and Cheese, you feel very confident. I don't know. This is very interesting. The Radiance is going to help out a ton for HFN, and I think they really need that to fight again. Once they have that, then things might be able to get a bit better for them.
Understandable, though, why both teams are being a little bit cautious right now, just trying not to feed away any kind of unnecessary advantage. Two items about to come out.
They have a gem on Tavo.
Deep in enemy territory that Wardy just worked so hard to put down, gets taken out, and now he gets scouted. And he does get a pick off on Cap, but they're going to get fielded for. It looks like
got him. He wants this. Vision. He's back up to 8 charges. Nice. That was pretty good. They get not only the D ward but the kill as well. They lost Cap, but it's not that important. Aghanim Scepter is done for the Abaddon, and this might be
crazy good item.
What they need to actually take this game to the next level.
So a 900 radius or range, I guess, around the Abaddon. That damage will be redirected to him. 50% of it at least, whenever he's in borrowed time. So
that's 6 second duration too.
Massive, massive mitigation. Insane for these team fights. It's really a game changer. One of the only ways to deal with it is just to take more spread out engagement so he can't hit the whole team. But in terms of pushing high ground, when you're all clumped up like that, if he can hit 4 or 5 heroes with his ult, it feels kind of like an Omni ult or like a Centaur ult where you're doing damage and just nothing is happening. So Lelis, a lot of pressure on him to make sure his positioning's on point in these upcoming team fights.
The thing is too, I don't think you have the burst damage to kill somebody before he can get that ultimate off. Like, especially the Meepo. Even some of the supports that are squishy, it's going to be hard for them to bring down before the Aghanim Scepter borrowed time goes out, because you have Laguna Blade, that's great, but HFN's damage it takes some time to ramp up a little bit, I guess, if he doesn't have the willcap stacks up. I don't know, it'll be interesting. Rosh is up. Meepo was able to see it with his Meepo clone. He will be able to TP out as, yeah, he's out of there already. They are pushing bottom, though. Look at this. Lelis is already at the tier 3 tower, and they're going to force people back, which might give Midas Club the Elite enough room to actually head into Rosh themselves. We'll see.
Kind of an interesting play to rotate down there. Like you said, maybe just trying to force back the TPs and reclaim some positioning. They smoke up and do move across the Radiant jungle, heading to what looks like the Rosh pit.
Oh, that ward is actually so great. Mandy thinking about poofing out, though, and heading to Rosh. He's going to keep the one clone here. If they can grab him, the Yule Scepter, this is a huge kill. If they can get it, they need the last of the LSA. They've got to get this kill, and that will stop them from Roshing right now, and they will grab it. But can they get there in time? Roche is at half HP. He's going to buy back. He's going to buy back, and I don't know. This is going to be very close here, Andrew.
I'm not sure if they can do this. Clockwork does have a hook shot, though. He could jump into the pit. They've got the vision, but does he want to do it? Theo Lacorte is trying to get in the way. He won't, though. Hook shot it. It's snatched by King RD. The cheese is down. That'll get picked up by Midas Club, but he actually makes the big play, and he gets out with the Midas still intact. The Centaur will stun and slow him down. He still gets the bounty. He's on the run. Mandy throws the net. It does connect, but the cogs, it blocks him out. He's going to lose this Aegis for sure. His team, where are they? They're on the other side of the map. They're just going to keep pushing. There could be a skirmish in the mid, but now the Clockwork is going to get killed off. Such a big play. Unfortunately, the team can't make more of it.
Even if he just didn't cog, I think he might have lived there because the Earthbind narrowly hit him because he stopped. If he doesn't stop, that's probably him walking away and getting out. That's so good, though. I mean, getting the Aegis, it stops. You still have cheese for Midas Club Elite, but it stops them from being able to just, like, they still might go for it. They still might just, like, death push down mid and just
yeah, but this is still good. They knock down a tier 2 out of this. It's a big push from the Radiant side. They're going to try to continue pushing forward, but also come back to defend. Their tier 2 tower in the mid goes down. Midas Club Elite now pushing the high ground. It's a small lead for SG right now, but this game strikingly close. The Meepo is peeking out. He's got to be close to 25. He is. He's 24. That 25 talent soon. Curious what he actually goes for. I think you get the HP, but cooldown sounds pretty broken.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, at this point, he's just so far ahead. He's got, actually, the Bristleback's pretty close, 1K net worth.
Remember, the Meepo did have to buy back there.
Yeah, he does again, and this game gets very difficult. But we'll see. I mean, this could be a big fight. They still do have cheese. That is on the fucking Vengeful Spirit. But if they find a lasso and a force back on Mandy, then that's going to be pretty huge. They'll smoke up, and they won't be spotted yet. They're heading the opposite direction. They actually have wards that will see Mandy over here towards the bottom lane. I don't think they're going to get there in time. I imagine he backs out or proofs back to his regular Meepo over towards the rest of his team.
Scepter up on Clockwork.
Ooh, he needs to leave. He needs to leave right now. They need
Radiance. They don't want to reveal anything.
They need a flare right now. Oh, he might actually make it out. Oh, he's dead. They're going to get killed.
It's the same thing as last time. One Meepo, Laguna, the follow-up. That's Meepo down 110 seconds without any buyback. The Dire say, guys, we've got no choice. We can't fight 4v5. We have to rush the base and force them back. Radiant, they've got the same idea. They're pressing forward as quickly as they can. They need the creeps to break backdoor protection. This is so huge, Mark. This is the game of chicken they've been waiting for. But the advantage, of course, is in the hands of SG. Knowing Meepo does not have buyback, this is a very unique situation. How far do they want to go?
I don't think you trade here. You're going to lose a tier 3 tower, and you might lose more. This is not good.
From King RD, there's no other TPs coming back. The Clockwork, is he just going to die? He's got one. It's the Bristleback. Now the Overgrowth. Clock, he goes into the Yules. They pop the Shrine. It might actually be enough to keep him alive. A bat preventing anyone on his team from dying. But now the Bristle is completely repelling them. The hook shot back in. King RD with Cogs to break up the whole fight. Brienne dies. He pays with his life. Now the counter hook shot back for Rubik. But the Quills, it's stacked up too much. HFN, he's got a triple kill now. And it's going to be Lelis that's trying to TP out. He will make it. They do end up trading, what is this, arranged barracks for an entire lane themselves.
That's maybe the best they can get out of that situation.
But they do clean it up. Clockwork buys back, but a lot dead on the side of Midas. They're probably going to lose a tier 2 out of it.
Yeah, man, I think that's a great play from Midas. You kind of have to make that play. You have to, you're right. Honestly, and they did do a lot more damage than I thought they were going to on those towers and those buildings. And they stacked alone there trying to kill the Racks. They probably TP back and kill him. It's such a tough situation. I have no idea what you do in that situation, and I think they made the right call, to be honest. It was fucking nuts that happened.
For SG, it's really tough. 100% Midas Mode Elite made the right call there. 4v5, they didn't hesitate at all and just went straight for the enemy base. For SG, the question is, who do you bring back? Because you want to leave your best siegers there to finish off the barracks in time. However, you need some of those best siegers like Lena to come back to win the fight and make that hold. And the Abaddon there makes that an exceptionally difficult scenario because of the Aghanims. You're basically guaranteed not to kill anyone for that 6 seconds that he's got the Aghanims on. So it's tough. They can just ignore you, focus on the barracks, and that's basically what they did. However, they only got range, so it seemed like sending back Bristle and Clockwork was the right idea. especially knowing Clockwork had buyback. There were a lot of ways that he could defend there and break it up. So all things considered, SG did still get a favorable trade. Maybe could have min-maxed it a little harder, but they can't be too disappointed. This is the biggest lead they've had this game since the early stages round 10.
All they need to do is keep the waves pushed out, and they could do the same thing. They can go for a smoke. They could try to kill Mandy with the lasso like they did previously.
Homie, look at this cheeseburger build here.
What is
Crimson Guard, Aghanim Scepter, Abaddon.
He's making it seem pretty tanky.
It's like a discipline priest from like 3 World of Warcraft expansions ago. It's just too much.
A lot of redirection.
It's too much. They're just absorbing everything.
Yeah.
It's redonkulous. What's Meepo do? Does he have any new items? He's got the E-Blade on the way. All right, get some big stats going.
That could be huge. He just needs to not get picked off again. So he really wants to farm elsewhere on the map, but like he can't really do it anymore. Mandy kind of had the same situation where he was playing Storm Spirit yesterday, where they were way far ahead. He was doing well, and then all of a sudden he got picked 2 or 3 times, didn't have buyback, and proceeded to lose the game. So I can guarantee you he's kind of thinking about the same thing right now. Like, okay, I just need to not die. I need to play with my team. We can still take this game. I just need to not get caught. And that's why you could see him with the rest of his squad. So they will take the Tier 2 tower top lane for SG Esports. Midas Complete knocking on the door of the Tier 3 tower down bottom now that the Meepo is back up and ready to go. And he actually has a clone back in the base just to make sure that if he gets caught in trouble, maybe he can poop out if necessary.
Absolutely, my friend. Midas not able to break high ground too easily. Really, they want to do this by getting a catch first and then charging forward with kind of an advantage. Luckily here, they have Meepo, who has this global presence where he can constantly defend split push and also still be in this main fight, ready to rock and roll. In that sense, Midas have definitely some kind of an edge. But SG now with a small net worth lead, also just feeling very strong as they've taken control recently. Any other big items on the way? Another support staff coming up for CM. BKB, 10-second charge, ready to ride on Lena, who also has the Shiva's Guard. And of course, Bristleback getting totally yoked. He's going to have a full Mjolnir coming up soon.
Meepo just got level 25, so he has that. He went for the plus 400 health talent on Meepo, so which is going to make him super beefy as well.
Yeah, he's a big beefcake. I really like the synergy here. 10% life or spell lifesteal on the Bristleback, an amazing talent with the Mjolnir. Same idea as the Queen of Pain. You pop that buff on you, you're spamming out quills. You're actually healing for an absurd amount, even though it's just 10%.
You can get
especially
Octane later
with that level 25 talent, 25 stack damage because it just compounds, even though health regen is really good.
I love this play from SG Esports. I think they think that Meepo is going to go up here to farm this again. He did it previously. He was behind the Tier 3 tower when he did it, but
they want to try to catch him. His buyback is just coming up, but he is short on gold. Look at this ward placement. They really want this.
They might have seen that LSA on the Dire side. Drop down. Whatever you need to, whatever you do, HFN cannot afford to get caught. And the same thing could be said for Mandy, who they are pinging on, but they're like,
they're trying to save the Lena, hoping the Meepo might try to make the jump, but instead Midas, they just go for barracks down bottom. There is a lift to the radius. Dire maybe has some flip push, but no, this Bristleback is getting destroyed. Mandy comes back in, the root for the tree, but Force Staff actually making this work. He gets denied, and now Cat on the side with a huge freezing field. Vulcan A is getting so low. They do bring down Mandy with the Laguna Blade. Buyback now from the Bristle. It's the hold SG needed. Lelis on the run. He has the gem. He's already popped the ultimate, and he will go down. It seems Pekko gets chased out also by King RD.
No borrowed time. Gotcha. Lelis is going to be gone.
That's going to be it. 3 dead, 2 without buyback. Mott. This is what SG have been waiting for.
My God, that freezing field actually did so much work for Cat. He just drops it. It was hitting on to pretty much everybody.
5K, highest in the fight.
He was owning, and then they threw out the Laguna Blade. That is enough to just zap down that Meepo. And again, still no buyback. Dead for 60 seconds. They have buyback on the Abaddon, but that's it for now. And we'll see if they can't find another set of racks here coming in for SG. They do need to be careful if HFN gets caught. He has, of course, got no buyback. Something to keep in mind, but I think they should be okay in terms of getting this tier 3 and things of that nature.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yo, buyback's been used. Lelis goes down, Mott. This could be disastrous. We can help to make this defense work, but he needs to use it sooner rather than later. And there it is. We'll protect the structure. Now Clockwork in pretty far. Does still have some cogs and the force staff available. On its way back, the force staff chain is there. It's quite the safety net. Only 20 seconds on Meepo. They just want to finish this tower before living armor and heal it back up, but it's hard. ADR just not quite doing enough damage from the low ground with Lelis in the front line. Borrowed time still available. I think they do just back out here, reset, save it first.
If HFN has buyback, they probably go harder. It's just such a scary situation because...
And they also do still force the buyback there. So more economic damage, pulling further and further into the lead. This is a good start. Lina has the Daedalus coming out next, I think, Chrysalis. Maybe, is there...
She can go Bloodthorn too. Like I think she's waiting to decide whether it's going to be Bloodthorn or the Daedalus. I think it was Daedalus last game for 40R when he played the Lina.
Yep.
So they could definitely still go for that. Florida's going to scout out Lilith heading over to Roshan. They should see... Yeah, they'll see them moving over. And Midas might just take this. We'll see if they can't try to find a fight for SG Sports. That is an impressive play.
Sure is. He comes in, drops the stun, and just backs out. Living armor does connect. Hook shot from downtown. It's King RD. Beautiful cogs back into Lasso. They're going to drag this guy as far away as they can. Borrowed time's going to help keep him alive, but Lasso, stolen swap, he's down.
Now Borrowed Time is down as well, which means this is a lot easier for SG Esports if they want to keep going. You'll sit there to come through. Earthbind, but Mandy is trying to get out. They're going to lose Lelis, it looks like, and he's got no buyback, as you mentioned. 88 seconds at the sideline. A double kill for HFN. I think that's exactly what they're going to do, my friend. They're going to go straight down mid and try to finish this game off.
That's absolutely the play. Roche is a big advantage, but they know the Abaddon doesn't have buyback. Venge, they're not sure, but in some ways, they kind of don't care. They've got the sieging power now, and Abaddon is the one that opens up all of the team fight for this Midas lineup. Meepo, he does have burst damage, but he can't do it all alone. At this stage, he's starting to fall off. He's been maxed out for a while, and SG have finally caught up. You look at levels, they're not even maxed yet. They still have a little ways to go. So Meepo, he's going to try to split push down bottom, but Midas, now they try to take the fight. They have a couple buybacks now, perhaps.
They need to make sure Meepo doesn't take this Rax. If he takes the tier 3, whatever, but they're going to have to TP back home, and they will do just that for the Batrider already. They will take the other Rax. They don't need to go any further. They will get off the Eul Scepter. Mandy trying to get out here. It looks like he will get lassoed in the end, and he might fall. They need more damage. They don't really have anything. The Firefly's still going. They'll drop Cat now. The Flame break back. They're fighting in the mid lane. They will drop Mandy. He's got buyback. He might need to use the swap back as the Yola Core is about to drop from HFN's Quill Sprays. Not yet, though.
Oh, 10 HP on the tree, and he actually lives. Now buyback's coming. The TP home, he might just make it.
Oh, my God. Wow. That was a sick TP from HFN. They lose 2 heroes, 40R being one of them. They get the melee racks mid. They force out the buyback from the Meepo. I mean, they are so close to doing this. Holy crap, SG Sports.
Still, this Meepo making all the right calls here. They're going to jump into the Roche pit. I don't think SG can very easily contest this. But he finishes off the tier 3. He breaks up that entire fight. It's still a big advantage for SG again. They trade a tier 3. They finish off a melee barracks, almost get the range. And now handing over Roche. It's a 13k network speed, but still a sign of life for Midas Elite.
This is looking interesting. With the Aegis, they might be able to do it, but they've got to be careful. You lose this Aegis, and then all of a sudden, that life is gone, and I don't know if you want to try to be as aggressive with Midas Elite. They might just stay back and farm. I don't know if they want to try to fight and try to out, I think, but not having buyback is dangerous for the Meepo, and especially for the Abaddon as well, which I think he's only got a couple minutes left, I'm pretty sure. 3 minutes and 41 seconds before he has buyback ready for the Abaddon. Okay, well, SG Sports will have a significant lead in both structures and net worth. This is a dangerous point of the game for them, with this Aegis still up to the Meepo.
Sure is, especially now that he's got the E-Blade. Definitely a spike in his power curve now. And the Mjolnir up on the Bristleback. Close to that 25 talent here. A lot of heroes close. If SG can win one more fight, that'll actually really help out their team.
Radiant's top tower has
Tower goes down, but look at this. It's Tavo doing a little split push.
So as much structural damage as you could possibly do, these little buildings are going to go down and make things a lot harder as the tier 4 will start getting assaulted soon. And I think they're thinking about backing. Oh, they're going to smoke actually from Midas.
They smoke it. Where are they going, Mont?
It looks like they're wrapping around going through mid, maybe. Or they're going to drop a ward there, but that's going to be... They see that immediately. And they're kind of baiting it. Swap, maybe? They're looking for it. There it is.
Swap onto ADR. He pops the BKB. Shivas. It's an insane set of cogs, but do they have the follow-up damage? Lina drops Laguna, trying to make it happen, but Abaddon, he absorbed a lot of the damage. Mandy getting very low. Very, very low. That's the Aegis. The CM ult has done a lot of work. A buyback from the Clockwork has been utilized. A lasso to pull back the Abaddon, but now Mandy's back, full HP, full mana. Can they bring him down? Lina in the back line's doing the big damage. The turret, ADR, actually starting to bring Mandy low, and that's gonna do it. It's SG Esports, 4 down on the side of the Dire. The only one left is the Venge, and the team fight recap will show how much damage that Lina did. It was Lina versus Meepo, 9.7k versus 9.9k total damage.
And they're gonna get fucking A2. He's gonna try to force himself out, but the Eul Scepter will be there. They don't have Lasso. I don't think they need it. Vision-wise, they should have a gem. He'll try to swap himself out, but that will be the 5th death. King RD is a fucking legend to get those cogs the way that he did. That just said it sets up ADR perfectly. It sets up the CM perfectly for the freezing field, and that is it. SG will be moving to the grand finals, and Midas complete a well-fought series, but they are donezo 2-0, and that is going to be the end of their run of the qualifiers.
The exciting I see actually insanity on every series. It feels like in this playoff has gone 2-0, but they have been